Hello, welcome to Port Townsend, where the concept of the Olympic Discovery Trail originated. It begins its westward journey here, right here at the waterfront on Puget Sound. An eclectic and quaint Victorian seaport and arts community, Port Townsend is located on the very northeast tip of the Olympic Peninsula. The Victorian architecture, the beautiful setting, stunning mountain and water views, unique shops and galleries, excellent restaurants, music and arts programs, and the excellent weather all make for this to be a very special place. The town sits in the rain shadow, which means it's protected by the Olympic Mountains, as its neighbor to the west is Sequim, and as such it's a very active outdoor community. Port Townsend is host to a great number of local events such as the Rhododendron Festival, the Roadie Run, the Roadie Cycling Tour, and the Wooden Boat Festival. There are also many other summer events such as music, the film festival, the weekly summer farmers market, and several state parks are within easy reach of the Olympic Discovery Trail route, providing camping, hiking, biking, horseback riding, and access to fishing, boating, kayaking, and beachcombing. Camp within the tall timber or stay in the original officers' quarters at Fort Worden or Fort Flagler State Parks with stunning views over the Straits of Juan de Fuca. Anderson Lake State Park, with its own miles of trails, is also on the Olympic Discovery Trail route and will be easily accessible as the trail is developed. Beginning here in Port Townsend at the Boat Haven, the trail follows the original railroad route over the Quimper Peninsula, allowing striking views of the Olympic Mountains towering just beyond the tip of Discovery Bay to the west. From here it will connect with the completed trail sections in the neighboring county to the west. It winds through some of the most dramatic scenery in Washington State, with views of the rugged Olympic and Cascade Mountains, the inland waters of Puget Sound, Vancouver Island, the San Juan Islands, and forests of giant standing fir, hemlock, cedar, madrona, and fern and moss-covered maple. You'll observe nesting eagles, osprey, and blue herons, deer and elk, seals and otters, and killer whales either directly from the trail or in the very near vicinity. Port Townsend has a rich history of discovery, growth, boom and bust, and although the early dreams of a major Puget Sound seaport failed to materialize here, the rail line between Port Angeles and Port Townsend continued in use until around 30 years ago, when the rails were finally removed. It had the distinction of being the only railroad in the nation whose schedule was determined by the tides, as the freight cars were loaded on barges to be towed across Puget Sound. The abandoned rail corridor now provides an excellent and easy route for the Olympic Discovery Trail on its way westward from here through the towns of Sequim and Port Angeles, and further westward towards the Pacific Ocean at the village of La Push. Come and join us here in Port Townsend at the start of your adventure across the Olympic Peninsula, discovering the unique experience of traveling one of the nation's true jewels of outdoor beauty.